Apa topik?
PNG.
Yalah, itu baru balik kurang.
Kenapa botak?
Dengar sakit lah.
Sakit kan Nigeria, but okay lah, alhamdulillah. But we set the intention to do, we managed to do the trainings for the staff and all this. Anything you all interested to know about Nigeria?
Nigeria got no macam gifts ke?
InsyaAllah. I mean, it's a third world country, right? So
You went to the
still underdeveloped.
like the rural or
A bit more rural, a bit outskirts lah. So we are stationed a city away from the central. Lagos and Abuja is the main two cities lah. But we are somewhere just outside. So macam if you want to compare Dubai, Dubai geography tak Dubai. So macam Sharjah will be like a bit outside there, macam lagi cheaper lah. So we also the strategy also something like that lah. Before
Singapore
we
ni.
So you're not in the CBD area?
yeah, not centrally really, but it's also macam a well-known state lah, where they produce a lot of talents from, but they are stationed there lah. I mean, of course, because my partner is born Nigerian as a Singapore citizen, but he knows the market well lah, so he leave it in his good hands, insyaAllah. Muslim kind, and then we go there to also try to do da'wah and help the community there. So mainly giving them the opportunity lah to also have this pathway where we can build leaders from there, and then insyaAllah we try to relocate them to other regions where we will be expanding to, or even bring them to Singapore if they are good lah in the sense. So that is the intention, of course, because the partner that I'm bringing from Deloitte, he has the access. So because of we have this opportunity and this access, then we take advantage of it lah. Doing something different.
How long were you there?
10 days.
Baik plus the umrah.
Umrah is about 1 week lah. So yeah, about 15 days.
How was it?
Then your kids miss you? Is it away from them?
Yeah.
How do you balance?
The time zone is 7 hours difference. Oh, yeah. So at a certain time they're sleeping, but I think before you end the day, they are already waking up. But when I'm waking up, yeah,
There are 7 hours behind, right? Behind.
Behind.
in front.
That time you were in Turkey, they slept first, remember? Singaporean
Should be behind, right?
behind lah. Singapore slept first, then we slept, remember?
Nigeria is behind lah.
Yeah lah. So
Yeah,
Turkey was 5 hours. So Nigeria is 7 hours behind.
Yeah.
So that means when you wake up,
Singapore is 7
they
hours
are
ahead lah.
midday lah.
Yeah. So when I wake up, they are midday lah. I mean like when so the staff, kalau like ikut Singapore time, I think the staff start works about 3 o'clock. So about 8 a.m. lah for them. 3 o'clock here. So if they were to book Zoom with me, it will be at 3 p.m. But there will be like, I mean for us, the intention insyaAllah also is that when we have work to do, we can hand over to them because of the overlap, and then they will be working throughout. For Singapore, will be throughout the night lah. Although Singapore office closed, but they're still working. And by the time Singapore's office we wake up, the work has been done now. So the efficiency level we trying to extend to that in that manner lah. That is the goal. So that is the most of the planning there. Then insyaAllah we look at other regions, partners from other regions, and then expand to the Muslim countries.
So since your job requires like a lot of commitment, you still have time with your children or?
I mean mostly when I was in Nigeria I'm sick, so
I mean not just there, I mean in general.
in general,
Let's say you have to audition somewhere else. Business trips.
I think recently macam a bit more, so getting used to it lah. And we had macam travel few days, come back. So of course they having the school days, the working, right? So my wife will handle it. So alhamdulillah, I think it's important to have family support, which is actually I went through it many times lah. And the things that I'm able to go through is also because of the support that we have lah. Yeah, for me, alhamdulillah, that is the main thing lah. Can do macam last time I was studying, also working and studying. So at night I'll be going to classes, and then we have children, right? So my wife works working shift, police force. So we still have people who still help to take care of the children and things like that. So
Support system.
yeah, so I think that is important also for us to be able to do things. So always keep the family close lah. I think that is the main thing, is to balance out lah.
I think it reminds me of cases of sometimes, I mean, along my field of work, I meet single mothers or single parents. Which, whether they are struggling or not, I mean, it might be an understatement. I mean, having to work and juggle, sending the kids early, and then, because one of my potential candidates is a single mother, so she would send the kid before she goes to work, and then the kid will often be the first to be there, last to go back. Yeah, so these are the kind of challenges that people face in raising children.
Yeah. Have you personally have any struggles?
For me, alhamdulillah, like what you said, we have strong support system, but we're also afraid of taking things for granted. Yeah.
I mean, not everyone would have that lah.
Yeah. I mean, of course, a lot of times people say that in Singapore we have to go for dual income, that because of the cost of living. Yeah. So I think every family has different dynamics, different way of doing things. It boils down to how the husband and the wife wants to execute their life, their career. Yeah. I think some of them technically go into business or freelance because of the flexibility of time.
Yeah.
That poses another set of challenges. How do they transition from 9 to 5 to freelancing mode? Yeah.
So in your line of work as a freelancer, you say, do you think you have more time with your family and your kids compared to when you're working on a 9 to 5 job?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think most of the time what is not stated, or rather what we think is 9 to 5 is often not 9 to 5.
You mean overtime?
It's not just overtime. I think it's more of work not completed, that we are expected. I mean, I was holding a certain position before this role, and like what was supposed to end at 6 end up 7 plus. So by the time I were to reach home, it will be 8. Slightly after, I mean, soon to be Isha kind of thing. And then I realized if I had stayed in that job, I wouldn't be able to see my kids grow much. Because in the day I'll be busy working. I wouldn't even get to send them to school. Just see them sleep.
So basically, you only spend time with them technically during the weekends.
Weekends. And sometimes even the weekends I'm supposed to do reports and presentations. So there's a lot of time wasted in a sense. Yeah. I mean, it's not shooting down office jobs per se lah. I think ultimately depends your preference. I know some people prefer the what you call it? The scheduling 8 to 6. They prefer like working around the clock kind of thing, and then after work they don't have to think about it. I think there's different types of 9 to 5 jobs out there. Yeah.
What's your experience 9 to 5? Working 9 to 5.
My experience. Okay, for myself, I have experience working 9 to 5. I also have experience being a freelancer. Obviously, or definitely, I would say I actually prefer and enjoy being a freelancer more. However, sometimes due to commitments or what life demands from you in terms of having a kind of money to support your lifestyle, sometimes our options are limited. If I have a choice, I prefer to be a freelancer throughout my life or self-employed. But sometimes because I have to obtain or secure or shelter my family, which is to buy a house, and maybe because through this 9 to 5 job, I'm able to have more, enhance my skills, get more connections. I see the benefits of working at 9 to 5 for a few years. But as you guys know, I'm currently now transitioning to to be a freelancer job.
Actually,
Hence,
yeah, sorry. Oh, I thought you. What were you saying?
yeah. So
Yep. Sorry.
so hopefully this time round, it is sustainable. It can be more sustainable.
Police had shift work,
Yeah.
overnight.
Shift work,
Overnight.
24 hours also before. If you ask me, yeah, lah, I've worked in my life, different kind of shifts, different kind of experiences. I mean, I worked 9 to 5 also before as an auditor, audit firm, and then now running my own firm. Of course, because of the children, I think the children is the motivation that also helped me overcome like the challenges, getting the professional exam done, and eventually be able to reach where I am today lah. I think alhamdulillah is also a blessing that you have children, which is also sometimes people say some people have the mindset they want to build their career first before having children, but I think my view is that having the children before that also is possible lah, or it can help a lot.
Before that, or concurrently.
Concurrently lah. I mean, like before you even establish anything, like I mean, I did have my business set up when I had my children, but because I had my children, then I decided to do further studies, and then leave the police force to make sure I complete my studies, and then at the same time working in to build up my accounting career, and eventually now I own my own accounting firm, and being able to send my kids to school, for example, and that to me is priceless lah. Like sending my child to school and being able to do that, or that is something that I feel the fulfillment is there lah. Not just about how you make more money, but I think that is ultimately what we want to see in our lives. Yeah. So that is the journey lah. Of course, in police force, sometimes you work 24 hours. Yeah, I had 24-hour shifts as an investigation officer last time. Last time was 24 hours. Now I think they reduced it also because it's too challenging. 24 hours. Yeah. But there is a given point in time where if you are hit with a big case as an investigation officer, yeah, to the point macam up to like we work 36 hours without sleep. So that is the kind of challenge that we have been through lah. But even from that perspective, also it gives me the idea where like we are already working so hard, right? But drawing the salary, but if we translate that hours to like doing your own business, effectively, I mean, you put in the effort, you expect that the results is there lah. So you don't need to it helps in the mindset of transitioning lah, because we know we are going to put in the hours, we have been doing that all along. It's just a bit more transitioning and more freedom of your time, right? So maybe it shapes your discipline already, things like that. So that helps lah in a way. Like it can be like the stepping stone lah, like you mentioned, just having that career, certain careers along the way, it helps you be able to survive being a freelancer or being an entrepreneur.
I feel the flexibility of time is actually a weakness doesn't work in a certain favor for some freelancers because, like what you said, they were supposed to have developed that discipline from working shift, or and then if they believe that the hours placed into a business will give them the returns. But what happens for some cases is when they go into freelance mode, they actually work lesser. Yeah, so that flexibility of time is something that they have to deserve, I feel. Yeah, the work has to be done before they enjoy deciding when to work,
Enjoy the freedom.
when to take a break. You can't decide this at your early stage or even at the infancy of building your business or freelance work. So a lot of individuals want to take it easy, enjoy the flexibility of time without the actual hard work. Yeah.
Is your motive or motivating factor of moving on from being a police officer to become an accountant or running on firm is due to family reasons?
At the start, it's more of I started once I have kids. Actually having kids, I don't know if you all experience this, but for me, when I have my first child, and your mindset start to change a lot in terms of thinking more about the future. So one thing that is my motivation was to ensure that I myself achieve certain things as a good role model or as a good father to the children lah. So for me, it's one of the things is I should complete my studies, right? If I'm going to expect my children to also study until university a degree, because I signed on police when I was in NS, right? So I didn't go to university yet to finish my degree. So for me, I want to complete that as a good example that I also have a degree. So I don't want a scenario where if the children will come back but you also never finish your studies, so why must I do that, right? In that kind of scenario lah, being a good example lah, being a good role model. So that's why that motivation or the thing that spur me to go on and complete my degree and so on. So that is the first aim lah, to get done and then go out and find a better job, because of the like the lifestyle and the working demands in the police force is much higher. So we decide to just try a different industry lah, like more to the commercial, and then we went into accountancy. So I went into first I studied accountancy, and there is certain requirements, you must have the experience. So I just went out, even though we take a big pay cut, but we just go out and then prove ourselves out there. Yeah, and alhamdulillah, everything turned out well. Yeah, the right intentions.
Yeah, for you, I mean, the birth of your children, any change in your mindset shift or the way you look at life or anything?
Well, logically thinking, having a child in your life would mean that you have to sacrifice work and so on. But actually, when we can come to terms with it, actually we can arrange it in a way that it actually complements each other. Actually we must view it something that's positive. Having a child is actually a blessing, not a burden, because the effort that we put in the nafaqah, the food that you bring on the table for your family, the time that you spend with your child, doesn't go to waste. If with the right intention, it can be also an act of ibadah that complements or brings more barakah into your life. So I don't see having, of course initially I have that thinking, but after going through the motion of having children, alhamdulillah, coupled with Brother Nasir's as a living testament of his journey of having kids, actually all this can accelerate your career further.